And we're live.
Hey, awesome. That was easy.
Right. Afternoon.
Hello, everybody from us here at Eastern Maine APA.
Right. I'm Caleb.
I'm Kimberly, and we're your league operators from the areas of Brunswick to Calais, Maine. And we're here with our weekly newsletter to try to update everybody on our happenings, what's going on.
Right.
We do have some announcements to make we're really excited about. We've got 8-ball started. Full team started in Ellsworth last week. So we have 4 teams in Ellsworth.
Yep.
And they had their first night of play last week. That went really well. A
Yeah,
lot of happy people in the room.
Yeah, they were very excited.
Oh. They're playing alongside the ladies up in Ellsworth. So it was a full room and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And so we're looking forward to growing that. We haven't been in Ellsworth with APA 8-ball in a long while. So it's good to be back.
Right.
Since before we got Eastern Maine APA. So we're excited about that. We're also excited about our MVP sweatshirts.
Yes, we just received those this week. So they will be being distributed over the next couple of weeks. I try to meet up with as many people as I can while I'm out and about, and be uploading some pictures of our MVP recipients of their awesome sweatshirts.
Yeah, we're excited about that. We've gotten a lot of compliments on these sweatshirts. Yeah, really nice quality.
Yeah, and again, our sweatshirt program is open to past MVP winners that got the MVP before we started doing sweatshirts. If you would like an MVP sweatshirt for the session and division that you play in, please send us an email or text or whatnot. The cost of the sweatshirt is $50.
Yeah. It just replaces the check you got for $50.
Yeah.
So that's all they are. So those are exciting little announcements. We're excited about that.
Yeah, they're good quality sweatshirts. I like them. Being a sweatshirt guy myself. Now I wish I was playing so I could get an MVP sweatshirt. But
he is quite jealous that he doesn't have one. He didn't earn it.
Right.
But they are nice.
I could trade in my MVPs from like 2013 if I really wanted to.
No, then we have to open the door for everyone. We can only go back so far.
Right.
So, yeah, we're excited about that.
Yep. So got everything ready for our 8-ball doubles Vegas qualifier happening tomorrow. We have 15 teams from 4 divisions. 4
areas.
3 divisions.
We don't have doubles in Ellsworth yet.
No.
But it's being held in Ellsworth. So all you Ellsworth folks, stop by and see what doubles is all about. And we can give you a rundown. You can support teams from outside of your area. It's happening at the Ellsworth Candlepin Bowling Alley tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll be there all day.
Doors start open at 9 a.m. and the tournament itself starts at 10. Yeah. And like Caleb said, we have how many teams?
15
qualified teams. And he posted that bracket on our Facebook group. So you can find the bracket there.
Yes.
If you'd like to see the bracket.
Yep.
So good luck to all you 8-ball doubles players on Saturday. And then come Sunday, you're going to be in Rockport.
Yep. Sunday's at Bears Den in Rockport for our 9-ball doubles Vegas qualifier and also our Masters Vegas qualifier. So Sunday we'll know what 2 teams from those divisions will be going to Vegas.
Yeah. So next week we'll have some congratulations to make on our little update. That'll be fun. That'll be great.
And then next Saturday is our ladies Vegas qualifier, which again is back up in Ellsworth at Candlepin Bowling. Anybody who wants to stop by and cheer on,
support the gals. Yeah, that should be a fun day. And I know they're still trying to get interest in Belfast for ladies. So if anybody out there is interested in participating and getting the ladies started in Belfast, they want to play on Friday nights there. And there's many host locations that we could choose from. So if we can get as many host locations to bring their own team, we can build a pretty decent division right off the bat with all those places.
Right.
So we're still working on that.
Yep.
If you're interested, let us know. We'll be happy to guide you where we're going. Do you have any singles qualifiers going on at these events?
Not at these events.
Not at these ones. Okay.
But there is an 8-ball singles board set up for Saturday, January 31st, and that will be at Sammy's Family Entertainment in Waldoboro. The posted the form and the link to go to a Google and fill out the form and register. And there are 2 ways to pay for that. You can either Zelle Kimberly your entry fee for that, or I will collect cash the day of that tournament, the qualifier. So looking forward, we only need 8 players to fill up a board.
How many do you qualify with those 8?
3.
Three players will qualify with a full board of 8. So that's the best chance. That's what they call that.
Yeah, the best chance
your best
board.
chance board, because the odds are better than the smaller board. So that's exciting. We hope that fills up fast for you.
I will be going up to Ellsworth this evening to take care of the cleaning of the tables and make sure everything's all set for tomorrow. So,
checking
get that going on.
Levels.
Yeah, checking the level of the tables, make sure things are nice and clean and brand new for you guys tomorrow. You'll have to learn how to play all over again.
Players are really liking the 7-foot tables up there in Ellsworth. So we're really excited for them to be enjoying themselves up there.
Yep.
And you told them when the doors open.
Yep.
And that we've posted this on Facebook. Look at us moving right along. And then I've got do we want to go right into the rules? We had a couple of rules this week.
Oh, right. Yeah. So the first rule question.
Well, it's kind of a rule and update on the changes, right? Because we were all familiar with the ghost player rule when we took over, but we've kind of changed that from a ghost player to a replay rule. And so could you explain really what those changes are so that folks can recognize them, or do you want to read it to them?
Yeah, it's pretty much the ghost player rule is kind of a national rule, but they have let league operators make their own tweaks to the ghost player rule.
And we did this with the guidance of our consultant,
right,
at the national office, these changes that we made for our area.
Yeah. And so we allow ghost players to be played if a couple of scenarios happen. If a team only shows up with 4 players, then they can choose to play one player twice that night. But they have to have somebody on their roster that covers that handicap as well. So like if you only have 1 3 on your roster and that 3 makes you that 23, you can't play that 3 twice because you don't have another 3. And that.
So it's only when that second 3 couldn't make it that you could double use your 3.
Yes.
You have to be able to have somebody on the roster that you're covering that isn't there.
Yep. Yeah. So again, and the other scenario is like if you have 5 players show up, from your 7 or 8 person roster, only 5 players show up that night, but those 5 players do exceed the 23 handicap rule. We do allow that team to play a ghost in that scenario, again, as long as they have somebody on their roster that covers that handicap.
Yeah, so you have to have enough players and their skill levels to cover. It's just when they all couldn't show up and these other scenarios show up that you were able to use the replay rule. And if you need any explanations, call Caleb.
Right. You can also open up our bylaws, which are in the app.
And we wanted to talk about our bylaws a little bit.
Yeah, just a little. We're in the middle of revamping and tweaking a few things for this league year.
And so what are bylaws? Bylaws are what individual league operators have in addition to the original official team manual.
Yeah, it pretty much goes kind of in like detail, like payment instructions, score sheets, when things are due,
bonus points.
Bonus points, what kind of patches we offer for our league area.
The travel assistance for our teams that make it to Vegas. Those are in our bylaws for Eastern Maine. Yeah. So other APA leagues might have their bylaws specified differently than what we have for our players. And so our players can go to our bylaws and find out what we have set up in whatever might be different, or specifically not in the OTM, but we want it specifically in our bylaws so that players understand what the rules are.
Right.
Yeah.
And
we're going to be updating those.
Yes. Yeah. So the updates will include all of our Showdown Series divisions and how they qualify for Vegas and how their playoffs work.
Yeah, the formats for those.
Our Showdown Series playoffs are different from our open teams. Because right now our open teams only have 1 week of playoffs, and our doubles division Showdown Series have up to 2 weeks of playoffs, and that is dependent on how many teams are in their division.
Yeah, so it does matter how many teams are playing. There's only 4 teams. If there's 8 teams, if there's 16 teams, they all might have different qualifier formats.
Yes.
And amounts.
And all that stuff is going to be in our revised bylaws, which are going to be sent to the national office pretty soon. And they will go into effect as soon as our summer session starts. And our summer session is starting in April this year. Yeah, pushed way back because we had pushed everything back so we can have our world qualifiers in May, because we are offering the Northeast Challenge slot to our runners up in our world qualifiers.
I'm so excited about that.
So we'll have 8 teams in our world qualifiers, and 2 out of those 8 teams are going to earn a trip somewhere.
And that will also be in our bylaws, so it'll be clear. We're also, for our full teams that go to Vegas, we'll have $50 towards a souvenir APA World Championship souvenir shirt or sweatshirt from a specific booth that we point out there. So our 8-ball team and our 9-ball team will come home with a souvenir shirt. We're excited about that too.
Yep.
And we're really working on these budgets. We're trying to get our players as much as we can with what we have. And we want to move these benefits to the Northeast Challenge for, say, our doubles and our ladies and our masters. But right now those divisions are small and the budget doesn't really call for that. But as we grow them, especially masters and ladies, we're really hoping to get them playing out in Northeast Challenge in Connecticut in July.
Yeah.
That's a really, really fun tournament that includes, I think there were people from Pennsylvania. I know New Jersey, New York, Connecticut, all of New England.
Yeah, it's just a regional
Northeast. But Maine, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Rhode Island.
I think Canada too.
And Canada was there.
Yep. New
York, upstate New York. So a lot of fun players from everywhere. And it's kind of a mini Vegas, but the energy is there.
Yeah,
I think it's just as fun as Vegas. So we're excited that that's now going to be in our bylaws. And so those, we'll be working on those. If you have any questions about them, the bonus point structure is going to be updated. We'll let you know about that. Right now, it was built upon when people used to mail in score sheets and everything was on paper. Now everything's automatic and in the app. So we'll be
updating our outdated bylaws.
Our outdated bylaws, exactly. And then we do, we want to kind of consider a 6-7 rackless patch, right?
Or reconsider. So what we're saying is, because we give out a lot of rackless patches,
and that's when you win the lag and your opponent has to rack every.
Right, and you win every rack after.
You win every rack, so you never had to rack the whole match.
Right. So the one change that we're looking to implement, for next session is that skill level 6s and 7s may not receive a rackless patch for beating a 2 or a 3. No.
I think 4 and above.
Yeah, for the 6s and 7s, you have 4 and above, for the rackless patch.
So let us know what you think.
Right. Yep.
Yeah, we want your feedback. I want to change the rule myself, so that's my vote.
I'm okay with that, because being a high skilled player myself, playing a 2 and a 3, it's kind of nerve wracking at times, because of the race difference.
Especially if you make any errors.
In my opinion, in 8-ball, it's much easier to play a 2 or a 3 in APA than it is in 9-ball to play a 2 or a 3 being a high skill player.
Right, and Rackless is only in April.
Right.
Yeah, it's not a patch we have for our 9-ball players.
Yeah, so just a consideration. We're going back and forth. We're okay with not doing that. We'd like to hear from you guys.
And where can you find these bylaws? So
you can find them on the APA Pool Players app, as long as you're looking at Eastern Maine APA in your app, which brings me to another point that just popped into my head. Whenever you renew your membership, it's just a thought that if you click on Eastern Maine APA and renew your membership through them instead of Maine APA, then possibly your app will then default to Eastern Maine APA and not Maine APA.
Because I know you're still a lot of players who signed up when it was Maine APA. That's where it defaults to, and then you have to go look for us. So this might be a way to figure that out.
Yeah.
But everybody's paid right now. So next year,
right.
When you renew your membership, drop down the button in your app, hit Eastern Maine APA, and it might default there. We're hoping.
Yep. And so you can find them on our bylaws on the Pool Players app. You can go to our website, which is...
We can't even find our website.
Google doesn't know where our website is. Find our Facebook page, which I should probably put a link to them on our Facebook page.
That's a good idea.
That is a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad I just thought of that.
We'll put that on our to-do list.
Right? Yeah.
I mean, we're slowly checking things off of our to-do list. Today, our network was down this morning, so I couldn't work on score sheets. So I took advantage of trying to come up with kind of a printout for our host locations on defense shot scenarios. And I learned of this when we were in the convention in Vegas last November. It was called the Summit. What was that convention? I don't know, but it was our first time. We were first timers. We had a badge that said we were first timers and a special kiddie table to sit at. And that was a lot of fun because we got to meet a lot of league operators from all over. And in that conference, there were workshops, and one of them was held from a league operator down in Alabama who had some great pointers in what she does for her players. And one of them is kind of hanging up defense definitions and scenarios so that people can kind of read over them and maybe get an idea of where different scenarios are defense and be able to mark them properly. So I was working on that this morning. That's been on my to-do list since November.
Yep. And I've been making flyers for our upcoming events.
Yes. Trying to hang them.
Yeah, so I'll be hanging up flyers at a lot of our host locations that give a brief description of what the event is. And then there's a QR code at the bottom of the sheet. So you can use your phone to go into that QR code and sign up for all these events that we're having. So each event has its own QR code.
Awesome. Hopefully we're improving on this.
Working on it.
Getting that information out to everybody because, we want it out there for you to find. We do get phone calls, so we know if you guys are calling us and asking, then there's probably other people who want to know too. So we do appreciate if you ever have any rule questions, if you have any thoughts at all, feel free to give us a call.
Yep.
We don't mind at all. We got a call this week, and he's like, I'm really sorry to bother you. No, that's what we're here for. So we'd like to answer your questions. If we can't, we'll find the answers and get to you with those answers.
Right. And so exciting stuff.
I know.
And got a lot going on. So February, we have some open qualifiers. We also have our Jack and Jill Valentine's Players Appreciation Tournament.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
I just made flyers for that, so I'll be putting that at our host locations. I put out flyers at a few host locations for 8-ball doubles and 9-ball doubles open qualifiers that are happening in February. It's just a big qualifying season for us right now. We have our Vegas qualifiers for our divisions going on, this month. Next month is our Vegas qualifiers, for the opens. That any of our members can go get into. That's the other thing is our doubles opens are only open to Eastern Maine APA members, right? Yeah. So I've had a couple of questions from Maine APA members who are, live in Waterville and Bangor. Hey, can we join in on this? And I have to tell them, no, you have to do
they can join for like singles boards.
Singles qualifiers,
I think, is the only thing we can kind of cross over, right?
Yeah.
Or, we don't.
Well, so the thing about your APA membership, seeing how you brought up singles boards, if you are up here on vacation from Florida and you're an APA member and you happen to see us advertising a singles qualifier board and you have the matches played, you can actually play in one of our singles qualifiers. You don't have to be part of Eastern Maine to play in those singles.
And so would they then qualify for their own regional?
Yes.
So you would take that qualification back home with you, find out where your local regional tournament is, and you are in.
Yep.
So that's fun. I mean, we love when you're an APA member. We have people that live in Maine in the summer and live in Florida in the winter. They play 2 APAs wherever they live down south in the winter and up here in the summer. Yep. They have different teams. So that's what's neat about APA is it's interchangeable throughout all of our areas that play.
Yeah, your membership travels with you.
Singapore now.
Right.
Japan, Singapore, Canada.
I know. Who's next?
I know. I heard from the national office that other countries are inquiring. So where this goes, it'll be interesting.
Yep.
We also haven't, this just made me think about it, but there's a, is it a channel? What is the billiards.tv?
Channel? I think it's Billiards TV.
Billiards TV. They feature APA on Monday nights. So it's a free network of
it's a
billiards.
Free app. You can put it on your Roku TV, whatever your smart TV. You can download it onto your phone. But Monday nights on Billiards TV is APA night, and they replay some exciting matches from U.S. amateurs to the Vegas championships. It's a lot of fun.
And then they have pro games too. It's Billiard TV. Yeah. So it's fun that they feature us little amateurs, but they've got some really great programming there for people who like to watch really good players.
Yep.
So hadn't mentioned that one before, but
awesome.
We like Billiards TV.
Yep. And there are some other perks for being an APA member. I can't think about them right now, but maybe we'll discuss that on our next.
That's a good idea.
Next week's newsletter.
Yeah.
I think next week's newsletter will probably include an in-depth look into our division rep program.
Oh yes.
We gotta get into. It was suggested to me that we talk about expectations for our division reps and
by a player.
Yep. Yes.
I didn't do that.
No.
But it's a good suggestion.
Right. Yeah.
I think that everybody, like our captains, our players, our division reps, all should know what their roles are, right? First and foremost, we're all players, and we want to know that good sportsmanship and paying your captains and just being a good participant team member. And then you have captains who have more responsibility. They're organizing their rosters. They're paying the payments for the teams. They're submitting the score sheets. They're contacting us or contacting the division reps. And then the division reps are a contact point for all the divisions within that area and kind of can help us as they're in the room and might be able to answer questions for people right there and then.
So we'll get that, and we'll get into that next week on our newsletter.
Well, that was a good suggestion.
And maybe we'll talk about sportsmanship, what constitutes good sportsmanship, and examples of some bad sportsmanship, and we'll talk about that. But anyway, that will be next week.
Yeah. So this is going well.
Yeah, I think we've gone through our list for this week.
You have a busy weekend, and I know you got to get ready for that. You just got to go pack the car. With the network down, I still have a lot of work to do too, but I have all afternoon to do that. So
right. Yeah. So I look forward to seeing our teams tomorrow. And
we're really excited. We appreciate you guys so much. And organizing this and trying to keep everybody updated and making sure we're setting things up for you guys is a pleasure. And so we wouldn't do it without you. And we're really excited that you're participating and with us here at Eastern Maine APA.
Yeah. And thank you so much.
But we always want you to remember, have fun.
Meet people.
Playful. We'll see you next time.
Have a good day.
Bye.